welcome back to my channel. And in this video we're going to be going into Gunter's greenhouse and look at their plants. And they have two greenhouses they'll be looking at, and by the time you see this video it's the day after my birthday. And yeah, let's just go inside and check out the plants and the prices. Okay, so right here they have some Christmas cactus for $6.99. They have a huge selection of those and string of bananas, I think, and a full hanging basket of them. I don't think they have the price listed on that, but it's very long. And they have some fiddle leaf figs, and the leaves are absolutely massive compared to my hand right there, and they're probably double or triple my hand right there. And the price is $39. For these absolutely massive fiddle leaf figs. People sell smaller fiddle leaf figs for a smaller amount. And they have these humongous palms. I think this would reach at least $200 for you, but I think it's completely worth it if you want a filler piece. And they have lots of snake plants here. They have Laurenti, and they have the regular fiddle leaf snake plants. And those are $15. They have Sansevieria moonshine, Tridescantia zebrinas. They have these humongous philodendrons. They're not really huge, but they're in a hanging basket. I've never seen philodendrons that grow upward in a hanging basket, neither. They have these Kalanchoe barrenhensis. I don't know what that is, but I thought Kalanchoes were only the flowered ones, but I just learned something new. And they have these smaller fiddle leaf figs for $11.99. They have about 4 in a pot. And they have calatheas, I don't really know calatheas as much, so on the screen I represented the tag where you could just read the name off of. These humongous Ficus audries. Ficus audries are really great plants, but they grow pretty slowly. For some of them, I won't really mention the price, but you could just go on and look at the screen. Those are $25 for those burgundy Tanekis and different type of peace lily, actually. And they have string of turtles. These are really going up, and they're not, I wouldn't consider them rare, but their prices are kind of up right now. So they're $12 for those. I have these begonias for $11.99, and they have these polka dot begonias. I think these begonias have a really nice price. I have these hanging baskets full of Tridescantia zebrinas. Those are full, so I think they're pretty worth it for that much. I have these tiger ferns and golden pothos hanging too. They have Alocasia poly or Alocasia amazonica, which is a crossbreed of poly. But they have these tiny bird of paradises. If you're looking for these, they're definitely here, because bird of paradises can get really expensive sometimes depending on where you buy them. So they're only $11.99 here. And those are $14.99 for those Alocasia polys. And Anthuriums for $15.99 too. These are the red variety. But I really think for that price you could buy it at a grocery store for about $8 to $10. So the Anthurium price isn't really great here. I really like Gunters because they have such rare plants. And they have ZZs. They have peperomia, type of peperomia. Hoya retusa, this is where I got my Hoya retusa. But when I came here last, those weren't as full as they were now. So I completely regret buying mine before, but They have these Ansonii narrow form for $10. I think these are a great price for ones that are already hanging. They're narrow form, which is a more narrow version of a regular Ansonii. And those are string of hearts. And knowing how expensive they are these days, I saw one selling for $40 the other day. So I think I might have to take one of these because that's big of a deal. They have more snake plant laurentis. They have philodendron micans here. They have bird nest ferns, crotons, philodendron scandens and brazils. More begonias for $6.99. I know you can't see it on that screen because of how much light was coming in, but yeah, this is where the philodendron Brazil is. This is also where I found my philodendron Brazil. Philodendron Brazil are such great plants. And they have these alocasias right here. I know these are really expensive alocasias, especially if you're going to buy them outside. They're really fuzzy and super cute. They're Alocasia maharanis. Spider plants, maranta. Has some Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. Sorry for the camera angle. Maranta plants. Some peace lilies for, I believe, $6.99. They have dumb canes and aglaonemas for, I think, that price too, or $10. But they're all in that range, mostly. They have philodendron Birkins for, I believe, $25. I'll just show you in a second. They are as variegated as you can get them, but giving them more light will definitely bring up that variegation in the Birkin. And they have philodendron rojo Congo red, I think, and they have those cactuses, Orypsalis, and more cactuses. These look a tiny bit variegated too, and these are orchids. The orchids, I believe, are $15 to $20, I think. They have some peperomias, Hoya, which this says Hoya, it doesn't really list the name, but that's a Hoya regular carnosa, and a Hoya crimson queen there. Those are real big leaves for a crimson queen. I have never seen such big leaves on a crimson queen. Even though I probably won't take one. And Carnosa, I think that's a little bit too much for a Carnosa. Compacta, I got 3 for a little more than that price. And Hoya Princess, Crimson Princess, and some Alocasias there. Hardiscantia, Alocasia Maharanis there for $20. They're a really great price. I wish I could take one now. And those leaves are really giant compared to my hand for Alocasia Maharanis. And an Alocasia Black Velvet for also $20. Tridescantia with a variegated Tridescantia tucked in there. And we're back in the loop. Tiger ferns. Golden pothos there. Nice full hanging basket. The fiddly figs again. Calatheas. Yeah. And I forgot to show you these string of pearls. Those are $6.99. Philodendron. This bird of paradise. Dracaenas. rubber trees, Taneki, the string of hearts, these narrow form Adansonii. I really want to take one, but I have a regular Adansonii. There are 3 types of Adansonii: narrow form, round form, and regular. I have regular at home. So those are the ones I'm wanting to take, that narrow form Adansonii, string of hearts, and bird of paradise, but I'm going to have to choose one out of all of them. Let me know in the comments below which one you would have taken, or if you saw any wishlist plants where I was going. Those Adansonii are very long. I'm really thinking about taking one of those Adansonii, but they're always here. They're always at Gunter's greenhouse in this corner, so if you're coming to Gunter's greenhouse for Adansonii, that's one of their things that they mostly always have when I come to visit. This bird of paradise, for the size it is, have pretty big leaves too. They do grow most of their plants, so they have a separate greenhouse where they do that. I'll show you that right now. They have a humongous collection of poinsettias, the traditional red, and these pink and yellow. They're absolutely gorgeous. I never seen them in that color. More red. They have variations of colors like orange, white, more red, white, and red. I have these fiddle leaf figs here. These are ginormous fiddle leaf figs for 3 in a pot, and those are $25. I really think if you want a bundle of fiddle leaf figs, this is a great place to get your fiddle leaf fig for fairly cheap. At Lowe's, they sell fiddle leaf figs for $20 in a 6-inch pot, but I got one for a better price. They have this cactus section over there, and they have some more Laurenti, and they have those philodendron Birkin for $25 in a 6-inch pot. The 4-inch price is $15. They don't have that in stock right now. And they have more of that alocasia for $20. Cylindrica snake plants, Ficus Taneki. And they have this pink syngonium for $6.99, and they have more celosias right there, and lots of prints of orange philodendrons, and a lot of philodendrons there, and aloe vera, sansevieria, cylindrica, rojo, Congo. I'm going a little fast here, and they have some Adansonii they were propagating over there. Okay, so I am back from Gunter's greenhouse, and the plant that I got is this string of pearls. I thought this was really worth it for the price it was selling for. It was selling for $6. And $6 is actually really cheap for a string of pearls, because the other day at Garden Supply Center, another place, a garden center in Cary, North Carolina, they were selling it for $40. So I thought this was very inexpensive for the value it's going up. And this plant is really going up in price as the days go by, since last year this plant was really cheap and it was selling for $10 with the rest of the plants. So if you see this plant, make sure to definitely pick it up. And another plant that I got from there is my friends got it for me for my birthday, is this giant fiddle leaf fig. They got it from Lowe's, and it has this new leaf unfurling too. And the leaves are actually massive on this one, and they don't have any splotches, and the leaves are completely fine. Most people run through the air of the leaves dropping at the bottom, but all I did was keep the humidity really high, so that didn't happen for me really too much. And while I went there, I actually let the humidifier run for 1 hour after sunset. So I have the fan on so things can dry out a little faster, because I turn off my humidifier about an hour before sunset. And That'll vary depending on where you live. And at Lowe's, this guy was $20. And at Gunter's, you get two to three for $25. But the quality of this one is really great, since when you get a fiddle leaf fig and its node space between two leaves is very short, you know that it's a quality fiddle leaf fig. And I don't think this is a fiddle leaf fig bambino because of the leaf size right here, but I think it's a regular ficus lyrata. Okay guys, that's it for this week's video on how to, going to Gunter's greenhouse and checking out their nursery. Okay guys, that's it for this week's video. Thank you for watching.